So, Mr. Colón, could you please give me a quick description on your job at Gallup?
Yeah, I do really do about 2 or 3 different things at Gallup. One is I manage our Gallup Madison office, which is a small technology development shop with about 15 or 20 people. The second component would be that I spend a lot of time with our clients and prospects, showing them what our technology offerings are, how they could utilize or leverage those within their organization. And then the third thing is really just spending time also then listening to what their needs are so that I can bring those back and we can begin to build or purchase technology to meet those needs.
What kind of an individual would do well in a field like yours?
Good question. So I would say a person that's really a self-starter, somebody that likes to learn, read, spend time diving in very deep on a subject, and then somebody who, quite frankly, isn't afraid to ask questions. I think that's one of the things that, in a technology field, you're just not going to know everything, obviously. Yeah. And so relying on other people as critical information, knowledge partners is a huge thing.
With the 3 job descriptions you gave us, where do you most specialize in?
Probably, honestly, probably in the technology side of software development or software build out. So really listening to what our clients want and then coming back and figuring out what we have from a technology application internally that may fill that gap. I think that's probably where I specialize the most.
That's good. Could you possibly share what percentage of your job includes problem solving, critical thinking, and math skills?
Wow. I would say probably 80 to 90%. Obviously it depends on the issue that you're dealing with, but I would say probably 80 to 90%. The other 10 or 15 or 20% is really dealing with people, just general communication, figuring out what knowledge they need, what knowledge I have, and how we share that. But I would say about 80% would be problem solving.
What skills do you think students need to learn in middle or high school to possibly move into your career field?
I think one of the things, obviously, is certainly having a math and technology background is a big one. But I think one of the biggest opportunities, regardless of chosen field, that somebody your age through high school need to focus on is general business writing and communication. I think it's certainly technology like the iPhone, the Droid, any of our handheld computers, laptops, desktops, etc. have made writing relatively easy, or maybe spelling easy, I should say. But the actual crafting and writing of a message that's clear, concise, and articulate is something that I think more people have got to spend time with.
I can say something about group projects. How do you do a lot of those, like team activities and group projects?
Yeah, I think the majority of what we do and deliver is based on a group project. So many of those moving parts of a technology life cycle, whether it's project management, development, QA, testing, etc., it's all a team that's working on that. And so I would say the vast majority are group. I think it's actually rare anymore in technology that you are operating as an individual performer. You certainly have your individual tasks to do, but I think the vast majority of those projects are team-based.
What would you say would be the biggest accomplishment of your job so far?
That's a great question. That's a big assumption that I've had one, right? So I would say probably, over 20 years, I've had the opportunity to hire probably 100 or so people at Gallup, and 85 of them are still there and having success and making a big impact on the company. So I would say that. I think it's the fun part of being able to interact and hire great talent and then watching them really flourish.
And what would you say would be the biggest failure that
I just really knew you were going to ask that question. I think early on I was probably fairly concerned about making mistakes. And I think in doing so probably didn't ask as many questions as maybe I should have of people. Really tried to figure it out on my own with the thought that if I asked the question, it might make me look less intelligent. And I think, as we've discussed, so much of technology is so many moving parts, and what we see in people that are highly talented and very good at what they do is they tend to ask a lot of questions. and they know how to partner with people. And so I think probably early on it was just a little bit of trepidation about asking questions and leveraging other people.
It was very nice meeting you and
Nice to meet you
hearing
too.
about your job, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will like it. So thank you.
Thank you, Zach.